Well, good morning and welcome back to the channel, everyone. It's Ian K, where today I'm over at Carl's Jr. at the break of dawn to check out another item off of their all-new Primal Hunger menu. That's right, and you already know, so stay tuned because the Primal Burrito with prime rib is up next.
Welcome to Peep This Out Reviews with Ian K.
Stay frosty.
Yeah, that amber barbecue sauce is smelling pretty good on this one, guys. Feast your eyes on it. It's the Primal Burrito with prime rib. And as you can see here, guys, we've got a decent amount of eggs for sure. And of course, a little bit of that prime rib action right there in the middle. Let's get started with this one by breaking it on down. All right, so what we've got here is a nice warm flour tortilla that's definitely sizable in the hand, guys. And once we split it down the middle, take a look at the inside of this one. What we've got here is a nice little combination of sliced prime rib, scrambled eggs, amber barbecue sauce, which is actually a Carolina barbecue sauce, smoked cheddar cheese, and hash browns. So a fairly decent setup with this one, and definitely a very aromatic barbecue sauce in that amber goodness right there. Doesn't look too bad either. So yes, the ingredients list is definitely pretty solid on this one. I only wish already that it was just a little bit more sizable considering the name being Primal. You'd expect it to be just a little bit bigger, but as you can see here, guys, it still looks pretty decent. Alright, so let's not waste any more time on this one. This is the all-new Primal Burrito with prime rib here at Carl's Jr. celebrating the release of Jurassic World Dominion. Let's peep out this flavor. Yes, sir, it does appear pretty sizable in the hand until you split it down the middle, where it does feel a little on the light side in terms of the filling, guys. So I get the whole primal aspect of what they're going for here with the license, but at the same time, a little bit of a missed opportunity because this could have been a lot bigger on the inside. And guys, considering this is over $8, it is what it is. But still, it's all about the flavor, right? Here we go finally, it's the all-new Primal Burrito with prime rib here at Carl's Jr. Let's peep this out. Flavorful though. That amber barbecue sauce, the Carolina goodness, instant jump out. Yeah, that sweet mesquite goodness from that Carolina goodness is really jumping out. It really is one of the highlights of this one for sure. And of course with the prime rib action in there as well, along with the scrambled egg and that smoked cheddar, guys, the combination is very beautiful. Adding a little bit of girth to this one, just a little bit, are those hash browns right there. But still, guys, it really is missing a little bit more filling on the inside to really make it more substantial to kind of complete the whole picture with this one. But it's still pretty tasty. Let's go for another bite on this. That prime rib is pretty banging though. Yep, I had a feeling that amber barbecue sauce was going to help light this one up, and it absolutely does. It is very flavorful, and I got to admit, whatever it's on, it's really adding to an overall delicious flavor profile with this one here. It's a pretty tasty breakfast burrito nonetheless, but still missing just a little bit more of that good stuff on the inside. Alright, and because I'm curious, let's go for a little bit of salsa action on this here. Now, I know that this already has the amber barbecue sauce, but even still, it's a breakfast burrito. Let's add just a little bit of salsa. Alright, I'm going to rip that open there. Let's go for just a little bit on there. See how this is gonna go. Just a little bit. Definitely digging the fact that it's pureed, so I'm not gonna be tasting too much tomato with this, but still, there you go. Very, very nice presentation of it. Let's give it a shot. Ooh. Absolutely. That's nice. Yeah, the salsa is pretty tasty over here with Carl's Jr. It's got that light pureed tomato type of flavor to it, but it's got a little bit of extra zip. And then when you combine that with that Carolina barbecue sauce, aka the amber barbecue sauce, that's a very lovely combination. So yes, absolutely pretty tasty on this one, and definitely is something you want to get along with this, just to try it at least. Definitely highly recommend it. So yeah, I'm pretty glad this salsa plays pretty nicely with the amber barbecue sauce. And guys, again, that amber barbecue sauce is a real standout with all of these items over here for the Primal Hunger menu. I gotta say, the initial one that I checked out, the Primal Angus Thick Burger, which you're probably seeing jumping up on the screen right now, was a beautiful combination in general. Even though it was technically the prime rib and cheddar Angus Thick Burger from a couple of years ago, it's just the addition of this sauce, I have to admit, really takes it up. And with the smoked cheddar really standing out, you can taste that actually in the inside of this burrito as well. So a very lovely situation indeed, guys. I have to admit, it really does add a beautiful situation to anything that it's on. The amber barbecue sauce with that whole licensing aspect because of the movie for Jurassic World Dominion is still a very cool thing. But guys, on its own, it is very, very tasty. I'd love to get like a bottle of it if I could. It's pretty banging. All right, so let's go for one more bite of this one before we wrap the review up with the rating coming up next. But guys, a pretty fun outing to check this one out early in the morning over here at Carl's Jr. And again, given the license of what we're going in on here with Jurassic World Dominion, this is still pretty fun. I just wish the burrito itself had a little bit more packed into it to really kind of go with the theme of the movie, because you kind of want to have something a little bit more primal, so to speak. Still pretty tasty. One more bite and we'll close it out. Hang on. Well, the Amber barbecue sauce really saves this one, guys, because I think you get the point of where I'm going with this one already here. Considering the license of what we're going with here, this should be a lot bigger for what it is. But at the same time, the flavor is pretty decent, the prime rib is pretty tender, and I love the fact that you can really taste that smoked cheddar pretty nicely as well. And should you want to combine this with some salsa, you have another additional flavor to really go in on with this, and it really is pretty tasty. So overall, not bad for what it is, even though it's a little on the expensive side, it's still pretty tasty. So with that said, I'm going to have to give the Primal Burrito with prime rib here at Carl's Jr. a pretty decent 7.7 out of 10. Guys, it really gets the job done in terms of flavor, and that's really where you want it to count. But considering the license, like I said, you really want to have a bigger burrito. And considering it's over $8 here in California before tax, I think you know where I'm going with this one. It's just a little up there, but the flavor does deliver. Definitely something to try at least once, and absolutely pair it up with some salsa. I think you'll like it with it. It's pretty good. Alright, so as always, do me a quick favor. Drop some comments down below. Let me know what your thoughts are on this particular one. How did the overall presentation appear to you? And if you can change anything about this outside of some of the things I mentioned in my review, what would you actually change and why? Drop those comments down below and definitely let me know. And with that, this is Ian K closing out another high quality foodie feature for you here on Peep This Out Reviews, bringing you brand new content every single week here on my channel. So stay tuned for that next review coming real soon. In the meantime, stay frosty. Yes, sir. Not too bad on this particular one, Carl's Jr. But again, the main highlight being that Amber barbecue sauce. That is a beautiful addition to anything you put that on. Please, 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 if I can get a bottle of that, I'd appreciate it. All right, guys, until next time, I'll talk to you soon. Hey, thanks for checking out another one of my reviews. But just in case you didn't see the one before this one, you can find it right up over here, along with what I think YouTube's going to recommend for you to check out as well. As always, I think you'll find something to like in both of them, and I'll definitely catch you in the next one. See ya.